All he's interested in is you paying to watch him fight.
Right.
Him collecting the check and then going back about doing his business. Now, if he tried to hide it and pretend to be something else, that would be different.
Back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Team. I don't, I'm not really into hanging out with other celebrities. I've learned my lesson from that.
But you the boss.
50 Cent spoke openly during a recent live session with Stephen A. Smith after hearing claims that Floyd Mayweather was involved in a $42 million scam. While chasing more money, he explained that money was the main reason their friendship ended, saying Floyd once approached him asking for financial support. 50 Cent added that even though they used to be very close, Mayweather kept pushing for more money, which eventually caused them to drift apart.
I can stop them from using TMT as their logo right now.
Because you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again.
Yeah, I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you,
50 Cent has taken another shot at Floyd Mayweather, this time questioning his claim about spending $42 million on 62 apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Mayweather had proudly presented the deal as a major real estate success, saying he paid for it himself and owned all the retail spaces in those buildings, showing himself as a smart self-made businessman. But 50 Cent did not believe it. He went on Instagram and made fun of the claim, sharing a clip from an online discussion that raised doubts about whether the deal was real, and in the caption, he said, "Damn champ, they caught you lying, it's time for another exhibition."
Apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Business Insider reported that no such deal appears to have occurred. Floyd recently posted a video on Instagram claiming he bought 6 apartment buildings, stating that they are all his properties with no partners involved. However, Business Insider has contradicted these claims, stating that the ownership of the buildings remains unchanged.
The timing of 50 Cent post did not seem random, as just weeks earlier, he shared an AI-made parody of a famous Rocky III scene mocking both Mayweather and Jim Jones. Meanwhile, Floyd claimed about a $42 million deal raised questions when property records in New York showed no proof of any sale or ownership transfer, and even the housing authority confirmed they had no record of such a deal, suggesting Floyd may have only owned a small share, while claiming full ownership with no partners involved.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
This gap between what Mayweather said publicly and the lack of proof created serious doubts about his real estate deal, as people questioned why no documents showed his name if he truly owned the properties, and his silence only added to the suspicion, while some fans even joked that he may have misunderstood the deal, thinking it was for many units, when it was actually just one part of a larger investment.
All right, now Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties. And
the missing proof was not the only issue, as Mayweather has long shown off his wealth online with expensive cars, watches, and properties. But 50 Cent has often criticized him, saying he focuses more on showing wealth than securing it, and has repeatedly mocked him for living large while dealing with ongoing financial problems.
Back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
And it took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host.
Mayweather not responding to these claims made things worse, as he usually reacts quickly to criticism, especially about his career and lifestyle. So his silence here made people question, even more since he normally speaks up whenever his wealth is doubted.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching. the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out.
Over the years, 50 Cent has said his fallout with Mayweather was not about ego, but money, claiming that after Floyd left jail in 2012, he refused to repay funds that 50 had used to keep Mayweather Promotions running, which led to the breakdown of their relationship, as 50 felt he supported someone who was not serious about business.
You gonna give me the money.
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants, to give me the other half?
The situation becomes even deeper as 50 Cent claims he still owns certain rights connected to the Money Team brand, saying, when they started Floyd, did not focus on paperwork. So he handled it himself and kept control of some trademarks, which is a quiet but significant point considering how important branding is to Mayweather.
Stop them from using TMT as their logo right now. Because
so you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again?
Yeah, I don't have it. I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you, I incorporated TMT in Delaware while he was incarcerated. Because he didn't sign the paper doesn't mean the corporation isn't valid. So I could actually, technically it trademarks the term of it because his entire corporation is built up. So I could tell you, you can't have TMT socks. You can't have that TMT shirt you got on. He don't understand that because he's just not.
Mayweather's recent Instagram post, where he called critics jealous and bitter, added more attention to his finances, while others in boxing have also raised concerns, including Logan Paul, who claimed he is still owed around $5 million from their exhibition fight, which he says has affected his ability to make big purchases.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money.
Even though Mayweather insists he paid Logan Paul fully, the dispute continues as Paul plans legal action to recover the money. And this situation, along with past issues like a fine from the SEC for not disclosing paid crypto promotions, raises more questions about his financial transparency and decisions.
Boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. and music producer DJ Khaled settled their case with the SEC. It says that investigators found Mayweather did not disclose he was paid by 3 cryptocurrency companies to promote investments through social media, including $100,000 from Centra Tech. For that company, Mayweather tweeted telling followers to get Centra's ICOs before they sell out. Khaled also allegedly did not disclose he was paid $50,000 from the same company. On social media, he called it a game.
Tax problems have also been part of the story, as records showed he owed over $22 million in unpaid taxes from 2015 despite earning huge money from the Pacquiao fight, and his request to pay in parts was rejected by the IRS, which raised concerns about how he manages his finances.
Floyd Mayweather has made a lot of money in his career. It appears he also owes a lot of money too. The boxer apparently owes $22.2 million in taxes from 2015. According to ESPN, the tax balance was unpaid as recently as March 6th of this year. Meanwhile, on Facebook he shared, "Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear." He added, "Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. He continued, "Bottom."
Some figures in the boxing world have openly questioned Mayweather actions, including Chael Sonnen, who warned that not paying Logan Paul could bring serious legal attention, suggesting these issues could go beyond public image and turn into bigger problems.
You say a man doesn't pay you, it's a big deal. Because you are now calling that other man's integrity into question. If you do that publicly, oh my goodness. If a man, particularly one who brags about his wealth, is not paying his bills, it's a big deal. And I just thought that's all Paul was.
Conor McGregor also shared his views, saying that Mayweather returned to fighting may be driven by financial needs rather than passion, pointing to his tax issues as a sign that he needs to keep earning money.
Pretty great. I feel good, training hard. Did Floyd not take out his own jets?
Floyd got 3.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
Floyd,
yeah.
So Floyd's got
you know what else he got?
And he got
tax problems.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
At the same time, Floyd continues to live a very expensive lifestyle, including reports of spending over $1 million during Super Bowl weekend, along with big bets and luxury expenses, which, while matching his image, also raises questions about how sustainable his spending really is, and adds to ongoing doubts about his financial situation.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing
Mayweather's legacy as one of the best fighters is now facing more questions, not only because of his opponents, but also because of concerns about his spending habits, legal issues, and overall image, as some feel he is slowly losing respect, even though he still stays in the spotlight.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is only 20.
James Toney openly said Floyd is not the greatest, and explained that fighters from his era faced tougher competition without avoiding risks, while he believes Floyd chose safer paths and fought big names later in their careers, building a perfect effort.
Yeah, right. I came up under the best.
Yeah, this has all been a very smart marketing play. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I went down to see your mate Conor McGregor fight Floyd Mayweather, and it was a fascinating thing to watch.
Yeah.
I never actually thought he could beat Floyd Mayweather, but
He did great.
But for a few rounds, he went toe to toe with him, and it was really interesting to watch.
He did really
and it was a massive success.
When people like Toney speak out, it carries weight, because it comes from experience, not jealousy, as he believes the modern boxing scene has become more about image and less about real competition, and this shift is something he connects to Mayweather influence.
Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
The focus now is not just on Floyd past, but also on what he is doing today with constant exhibition fights and unusual matchups, which make it seem like he is chasing attention and money rather than competition, even though he claims he is doing it by choice.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the...
This has led many to question if Mayweather is still as wealthy, as he says, as Joe Rogan pointed out, that his expensive lifestyle requires constant income, which could explain why he continues to take easy, high-paying fights that are more about money than sport.
It's Money May, Aaron Mayweather 2, no money green on it. Change it up. Change it up. Change it up. That's what we do. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what we did. I need everybody, all the fighters all around the world. MMA, boxers, follow this man right here. We get the job done. Money man, y'all know the rest.
Critics say his situation looks like someone constantly needing income, pointing to tax issues, legal troubles, and unpaid claims, while he still says he earns huge amounts from exhibition bouts, which raises doubts about why those problems still exist. If that is true, people also note that those who are truly secure in their wealth usually do not keep talking about it, and feel that Floyd's focus on showing his riches is starting to look forced, which is affecting how people see him and slowly damaging his reputation in boxing.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like with my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business.
Even Eddie Hearn made a light comment suggesting Floyd could have earned more with better promotion, hinting that Floyd's decisions have limited his opportunities, and now he relies on smaller events and lesser-known opponents to stay active as, for the fights themselves, many feel these exhibitions lack real competition, as Floyd often dominates easily without challenge, making it more about entertainment and money than true boxing and raising. Questions about how long fans will stay interested in this approach.
One thing, me and my buddy got it clear. We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less, can't be less than 10, because then we're struggling for money. I had to show Eddie some of the account. Eddie, hold on.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Two hungry fuckers for money.